Before the world knew its own face, there was only the quiet stillness of dark water. In these first fleeting pools, humanity caught a glimpse of itself, a ripple in the water, a shadow in the depths. This was the birth of reflection, a simple, profound moment where the self first met its own image. It was an encounter born not of technology, but of a deep, ancient curiosity. The question that echoed in that stillness was simple, yet it would shape civilizations. Who am I? This was more than just seeing a face. It was the dawn of an inner journey, the very first step toward understanding the mystery of identity. The quest for a clearer self-image led our ancestors from the water's edge to the heart of fire and earth. In the volcanic landscapes of Anatolia, they discovered obsidian, a glass born from cooled lava. They took this dark, natural stone and began to shape it, polishing its surface until it held a dark, smoky likeness. These were not mirrors as we know them, but scrying tools, portals to another kind of seeing. To gaze into a polished obsidian surface was to look into a deep, mysterious void where your own features emerged, faint and spectral. It was an act of introspection, a conversation with a version of yourself that seemed to belong to a world just beyond reach. As civilizations rose, so did their desire for a brighter, more faithful reflection. The artisans of Mesopotamia and Egypt turned to metal, mastering the craft of smelting and polishing bronze and copper. These new mirrors were objects of immense value and artistry, their gleaming surfaces capturing the light, and with it, a clearer vision of the self. They were held in the hands of pharaohs and priests, symbols of status and divine connection. To own a bronze mirror was to possess a piece of the sun, a tool that could hold your image with a warm, golden permanence. The reflection was no longer a fleeting ghost, but a tangible presence, an affirmation of one's place in the world. With this newfound clarity came a profound shift in human consciousness. The mirror was no longer just a tool for seeing, but a canvas for becoming. For the first time, people could meticulously study their own expressions, style their hair, and adorn their bodies with intention. The self-image was no longer a vague feeling, but a project to be crafted and perfected. This intimate relationship with one's own reflection gave birth to new ideas of beauty, individuality, and presentation. The private act of looking in a mirror became a public declaration of who you were, or who you aspired to be. Identity was now something that could be seen, shaped, and shared. The true revolution, however, arrived with the quiet magic of glass. Venetian artisans, guarding their secrets on the island of Murano, perfected the art of backing clear glass with a thin layer of metal. Suddenly, the world saw itself with breathtaking, unforgiving accuracy. The reflection was no longer an interpretation, but a near-perfect duplicate. This clarity changed everything. Artists used mirrors to master perspective and self-portraiture. Scientists used them to build telescopes that reached for the stars, and ordinary people confronted their true appearance each day. The mirror became a silent confidant, a keeper of secrets, a witness to joy and sorrow, and a constant reminder of the passage of time. From a dark pool of water to the silvered glass that hangs on our walls, the journey of the mirror is the journey of human self-awareness. It is a story of our unending desire to see ourselves clearly, to understand the person staring back at us. Each reflection, whether dim or sharp, has offered a new answer to that ancient question. Who am I? The mirror does not simply show us what we look like. It reveals who we are, charting the silent, subtle evolution of our own identity across the centuries. It is a timeless testament to our curiosity, our ingenuity, and our profound, unending search for the self.